Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are safe and sound. The Champions League is back, Madridistas. Real Madrid will be hosting Inter Milan at the Santiago Bernabeu in the final match of the group stage, and this game will determine who would be the leaders of the group. It's going to go straight down to the wire, and having a glance at the points table, Real Madrid have 12 points from 5 games. Inter on the other hand have accumulated 10 points after the loss to Real Madrid on match day 1, and the equation is pretty simple for Madrid. To top the group, we do not necessarily need a win. A draw would be sufficient for the lost Blancos. And as for Inter Milan, they have no other option but to go for victory. We also have to note that both the teams have qualified to the round of 16, and the match happening between Sheriff and Shakhtar is not going to have any impact on who's going to qualify. So there is a chance that Inter may be fearless in their approach. They have nothing to lose in the game, and as for us, we have been on a good run of games. We look pretty solid against Sociedad in the weekend, and the spirits are going to be high to deliver in the competition that we love to play in. So it has all the makings of a good game. Our Italian coach has the task of cracking the code of the Italian champions, and let's hope we can have a cracking game to settle the group for the good. So in this video, we'll do the pre-match analysis of Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. We'll go through the words of Carlo Ancelotti, and lastly, we'll end this video by doing the match predictions. So come on, let's get started. And firstly, if we do the analysis on Inter Milan, the Azzurris are second in the table in Serie A. They're on an undefeated run of 11 games, and coming to this match, they have registered 5 victories in a row, and it is worthy of noting that Inter have been on a sublime run of form. In Italy, they have been the team of the moment. They had some hiccups in the initial part of the campaign. They had drawn against the big boys Juventus and Milan, and had lost to Lazio in the league, but since that loss in mid-October, Inter have shown a lot of improvement. They are a side who have scored the most number of goals in Italy. They are scoring for fun, and recently they've also rediscovered their defensive solidity. They've been keeping things tight at the back, and they are coming to the game having kept 4 clean sheets in a row. And if we talk about the previous game that Inter had, Inzaghi's men took on Mourinho's Roma away from home, and they absolutely smoked the opposition. They scored 3 goals within 40 minutes and put the game to bed in the first half itself. In Mourinho's defense, the individual errors from the keeper came back to haunt his team, but once Inter got going, Roma had no answers at all. Inzaghi used the 3-5-2 formation, and many of the names that you see here in the lineup are expected to take the field against the Los Blancos. And having a look at the quality of the individuals that we face, in defense, we should be seeing the likes of Milan Skriniar, Bastoni, and D'Ambrosio. We know what a quality defender Skriniar is, and as for D'Ambrosio, he used to be a fullback in the past, and in the game against Roma, he had some moments where he went forward to make those overlapping runs and had put in some decent crosses, so we should not be surprised when the defender does a similar thing in the game. In the midfield, we should be expecting the likes of Brozovic, Barella, and Çalhanoğlu, and I think Madrid should particularly take care of Çalhanoğlu. He's proving to be an excellent signing from AC Milan. He's coming up with goals and assists. He has been the heart of the midfield, highly involved in the passage of play. He has the eye to pick out passes. He pops up in attacking territories, feeds those attackers up front, and lastly, he also has the ability to take those long distance shots, so it would be very crucial that we shut down the Turk and prevent him from combining with the likes of Barella and Dzeko. And coming to the wing play of Inter Milan, it is likely that they would be using the likes of Dumfries and Ivan Perisic as the wing backs. I do not expect Dumfries to go forward a lot. I think Inzaghi will use Dumfries and D'Ambrosio to double down on Vinicius Jr., and Ivan Perisic on the left should be much more involved in attack. It's also very important to note that Real Madrid must remain completely focused while defending from set pieces. That has been an area of weakness in recent times, and Inter would be surely aware of it. They have tall players in the side. The likes of Skriniar, Dzeko, Perisic, Bastoni, Dumfries have the advantage of height, and Lautaro Martinez as well is a good header of the ball. They have scored from set pieces in recent times, then it's absolutely crucial that we put out a defensive masterclass and give Inter a tough time in the game. And finally in attack, Inter would be missing the Argentine attacker Joaquin Correa, so it is likely that Dzeko and Lautaro will lead the line. Dzeko would be the one dropping deep to get involved in the link-up play, and as for Lautaro, he likes playing Madrid, and he'll try to be a fox in the box and will try to give a hard time to our defenders. So that is my analysis on Inter Milan. Inzaghi will be missing the likes of Kolarov, Damian, Stefan de Vrij, and Ronakier, but it is safe to say that Inzaghi has enough ammunitions to go toe-to-toe against the most successful team in the Champions League. And coming to Real Madrid, this as you see is the squad list for the game. Ancelotti would be missing Benzema for the game, but the good news regarding him is that he should be back very soon, and there is a chance that he would be available for the Madrid derby. In his absence, we should be seeing Luka Jovic filling in for the Frenchman, and we have been hearing some positive reports regarding Jovic. We saw he was full of emotions after scoring the goal against Sociedad, and the reports say that the game against Sociedad was a liberating one for Luka Jovic. He needed a goal, he needed to feel important, and that was the reason for the show of emotions. So it's good to hear that Jovic is passionate to show his qualities, is likely to get an opportunity tonight, and let's hope he can make the most of the minutes that Ancelotti hands him in the game. Moving on, let's hear what the coach had to say in the pre-match press conference. Ancelotti was first asked what is the key to success in this competition, and the coach responded, quality and commitment are important, and we have shown that in games. Sometimes one or the other stands out more, but we show both most of the times. Then Ancelotti was asked if Real Madrid have what it takes to win the competition for the 14th time, and Ancelotti replied, for the moment I don't have that idea in mind. I'm planning on keeping this good run going and preparing matches and the strategy. Inter are a very strong opponent. It's a Champions League. To reach the final is complicated, but the objective is to reach the final, which is what is necessary to win the tournament. Then the coach was asked about the importance of the first place finish in the group, and he said, it's a prestigious game for us. This Inter team is very fit. We are playing for the first place and we are playing in our stadium in front of our fans. These are three good reasons that it will be a very interesting game. And lastly, Ancelotti was asked how does he compare the current season to the 2014-15 season when he was in charge of the Los Blancos. Real Madrid had gone trophyless that season, and although Madrid had played very well, some minor blips had proven to be very costly in the end. The coach said it's not easy to compare because each year has its own unique story. It's true that in the second year at Real Madrid we weren't successful, but we came close because we got to the semi-final and came within 1 or 2 points of winning the league. The decisive factor was a period between January and February when things didn't go well, and part of that was the injury to Luka Jovic, who wasn't able to play much. Each year is different and you can't compare them. So that concludes the pre-match thoughts of Carlo Ancelotti, and let's conclude this video by doing the match predictions. In goal we should be seeing Thibaut Courtois. In defense we may be seeing a full strength defensive setup. There is a slight chance that Vasquez may slot in for Carvajal, but I'll predict Ancelotti will field Mendy, Militao, Alaba and Dani Carvajal. In the midfield, Kroos and Casemiro are almost certain to play, but I do have my doubts regarding Luka Modric. He was left on the pitch for the entire 90 minutes against Sociedad. Casemiro and Kroos were taken off in the second half, so potentially Ancelotti may be thinking about keeping Modric on the bench today. We could be seeing Fede Valverde back in the starting 11, and considering the opposition that we face today, having a physical player who has the ability to go on line-breaking runs can prove to be a trump card for Ancelotti. And finally in attack, I'll predict the front three of Vinicius, Luka Jovic and Marco Asensio. There's also a chance that Hazard finds a place in the side, and I know I'm being a bit optimistic for the Belgian, but I do think that Ancelotti may tap into the prospect of using Hazard in the number 10 role, and he may be feeding the likes of Vinicius and Jovic, who would be making runs in behind. So that, as you see, is my predicted lineup, and as for the scoreline predictions, I'll predict Real Madrid 2, Inter Milan 2. I'm expecting a good game. Both the teams are playing well, and I expect it to be even Stevens at full time, with Real Madrid topping the group. So that is all I have here. Do let me know how you're feeling ahead of the game, and what scoreline are you predicting right in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care, glory to Madrid, and as always, a la Madrid.